Dun, 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 dun. We have another video where I will be trash talking. Okay. For today's video, I'm going to be de-influencing you from purchasing viral makeup. So I have pulled 11 very viral makeup products, and I'm going to convince you that you don't need them. Now here's the thing, doesn't necessarily mean that these are bad items. Some of them are, but some of them are not. But we're gonna save a little bit of money here. I'm trying to save you some money to buy some other stuff that I recommend. Just kidding. But anyways, so I did one many months ago, and you guys really enjoyed it, and I don't know what took me so long to do another one, but here we are now. With it being the end of the month, I've already done a lot of big roundup videos. So some of these you have seen me talk about recently. So thank you if you do recognize them and are a little bit tired of hearing my opinion on them, because that means you are watching my videos regularly, and I really appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to spend some time with me. But if you're new here, I might have some controversial opinions, so let's go ahead and get started. The first viral product that I'm going to be talking about is what I feel like every influencer using in their Get Ready With Me makeup tutorials, solely because I get it. This is kind of fun to do in your videos, but hear me out. So this is the Rephr Face Primer Glow and Sculpt. So how this works is you squeeze it and the product comes out and you roll it on the face. It's not so much the roller aspect of it that I'm offended by. It's more so the fact that the product just sits under here and it's hard to clean. And I just find that kind of gross. Some people are concerned about the transfer of bacteria using this back and forth. For me, it's the aspect that I need to clean it, and then also I just feel like the product sits underneath here and gets icky. I think that that's gross, and that's the only reason I'm gonna try to convince you to not purchase this, because I'm gonna be honest, I really like the way that this primer is. It's long-lasting, it's hydrating, it's great for all skin types, definitely makes makeup last longer, but I think the packaging itself is such a turnoff for me. There are some other great alternatives in terms of this product anyways. So packaging alone, it's dumb, it's gimmicky, it's kind of icky. So I'm not in love with that. This is a weird order that I'm doing things. I don't know why I decided to do it this order, but this has been the talk of the TikTok for like over a year now. This is the Drunk Elephant Deep Bronzy Sunshine Drops, and I'm not new to this product anymore, but it took me a long time to jump on the bandwagon, and I've said this before, this is expert marketing from Drunk Elephant. So this product is not bad. It does leave a really nice bronze to the face, especially if you self-tan, but they recommend that you mix it with their moisturizer. I'm just using a random moisturizer, not theirs, but genius marketing, because they're like, if you want to use this, you gotta mix it with some skincare, otherwise it's kind of drying on the face. But you can see this does add a really nice bronze to the skin. There are other products out there that you can get a bronzy look without having to buy 2 of their products. Of course, you can mix this with your own moisturizer if you want to get down with that, then get down with it. But I feel like I look dirty when I use this too. I don't self-tan or anything, so I don't really need a product personally that bronzes my face. But this is just a product that I find super overrated and for me unnecessary. And there's other products out there that I think are going to give you a more bronzy look and a more impactful bronzy look, because this bronziness sometimes I feel like just gets covered underneath my foundation anyways. For me, it feels like an extra step, and you have to like mix it with another product. Just unnecessary. It makes you spend more money that you need to. Because Drunk Elephant, they have good skincare, but they are not cheap. Next up, we have a couple viral foundations. The first one being from Rephr Beauty. This is the Rephr Beauty Sweetener Foundation. It's not a bad foundation at all, but I think it's so forgettable. I feel like the claims that it was getting when it first launched was like second skin, amazing, not makeup-y at all, long wearing, hydrating. Just some really big buzzwords that certainly perked my ears. However, after using this foundation, like I said, it's not bad. It sits very pretty on the skin, but it also is so forgettable. And what I mean by that, I am somebody who has tried so many foundations, and so It's a big deal when a product actually stands out in my collection. I'll tell you, while this is a pretty foundation, it does not stand out in my collection. I have a good number of foundations that are much prettier than this. So it sits pretty right now. I actually really like how it looks right now, but I just find it doesn't hold up the best with wear, and it's definitely never ever going to go on my list of worst foundations. However, it's the kind of thing where, like, I'm sure if you buy this, you probably won't repurchase it because there's nothing to write home about with this foundation. It's not going to ruin your life, but it also isn't going to amaze you, you know? Just a middle of the road foundation. There's so many more that you could purchase. I don't think it's worth the virality. Let me put it that way. Next up, I have tried to mention this so many times because this is one of the few times where I am backtracking on my original first impressions, but I do not like the way the Fenty Beauty East Drop Blur Smooth Tint Stick sits on my face. Now, I think first impression-wise, what is really impressive about this product is how malleable it is. Truly, it blends like actual butter into the skin, and I definitely also was blinded by that when I first purchased it because foundations have a reputation for being difficult to blend out, but not this one, okay? This one, barely putting any effort into this blend, and I can't argue with that. However, I have worn this countless times to make sure that what I'm saying is accurate, and every single time I will put this foundation next to a different foundation, and I swear, always, the Fenty Beauty side, it looks like it's sitting on top of the skin. And in my initial review, I didn't realize that because sometimes, you know, when you just put it all over the face, you don't have anything to compare to. I've compared this to multiple foundations, and every single time sitting on top of the skin. It just makes my skin look textured, not smooth. It looks dry compared to the Rem Beauty side, and I see it sitting on top of my skin. So yeah, unfortunately, this is something that over time I realized it just was not as good of a product as I thought it was. There are a lot of other better sticks out there. I would recommend the Makeup Forever foundation stick. It's been years since I've tried that, but they've always had a really good, reliable one, and I remember really loving that one. Also, the Tom Ford concealer. Now, this one is no surprise to you. This is not a new launch, but I can't believe I didn't feature it in my last Deinfluencing video, but I will never get on the bandwagon with the Kosas Revealer Concealer. This tells all my problems, all my secrets, and then some. I swear, this concealer can only look good on a teenager with no fine lines or wrinkles. It has a really pretty hydrating look to the under eye, but I am telling you, it is so hydrating to the point where it makes every lump, bump, and fine line point out at you. It ages my under eyes like no other. It looks really heavy with wear. It's just not a flattering, not a smoothing concealer whatsoever. But so many people love this concealer. So I do want you, no, this is a de-influencing video. Let me not put the other side out there, but it is a very popular concealer. All of these products are viral. I need you to keep that in mind. There's a lot of people who love these products, but this one is not even close to what I would consider a good concealer. There's so much better out there. 2023, luckily, a bunch of concealers launched that I approve of. This one ages me and emphasizes lumps, bumps, nooks, crannies, fine lines, everything that I do not want emphasized, that I didn't even know was there, is emphasized with this concealer. Let's talk bronzers now. I have two cream bronzers because 'tis the age of liquid and cream bronzers, blushes, and highlights. In this video, I only have a couple of bronzers. And this one you guys already know. I put this in the worst of 2023. These are the Pixi On The Glow bronzes. These are not even bronze. I mean, hello, why is this literally pink? Now, I am going to use the deeper shade, which is close-ish to a bronze, but it's still very, very pink. What I dislike about this product is that it moves the foundation underneath as well. It also has a shimmer that I find not to be very flattering. Now, you will mess up your base a little bit less if you go in with a brush, but that's not the point of the stick. The point of a stick is for the convenience of applying it straight to the skin, especially with a stick of this shape. It just moves. moves all of the product underneath, makes the skin look patchy. It's not even a good bronzy color to begin with, and the finish of it is not flattering on the skin. It emphasizes fine lines. So anyways, if you needed a reason not to buy this, there are so many better options out there in the market. For sure, easily. Not that I should influence you to buy anything else. We're saving money in this video, but like, if you are gonna spend your money, not on that. Controversial one coming up. This is one where I'm like, it is not a bad product, but I have other options that I like better. So this is the LYS No Limits bronzer stick, which is currently extremely viral because of the ease in which this blends. When I tell you, you just only need like this much and it blends out so much. So my issue with this is too much product melts onto the skin. It's too creamy of a formula. You only need a little tiny bit. I don't know, everything I'm saying right now is probably going to convince you to buy it, but I just don't like how malleable it is. It spreads a little bit too far to where if you don't know how to work this and how the consistency is, you can easily over apply product and have too much thickness on the face. Also, if you live in a warm temperature like I do, a warm environment, this will melt in your purse. It is so milky, creamy. At the touch of the skin, it melts. Imagine having it in a hot car or a purse. It's gonna be a mess. The packaging I don't like because I know you guys are like, Morgan, just twist it down. It's not going down, you guys. It just sticks up, so I constantly have to be careful when closing it because otherwise I will nick at the product. I don't like the packaging either. Anyways, it's a beautiful blend. Really not that bad of a product at all, but there are things about it where I have to be very careful when it comes to applying, and sometimes I want to stick bronzer and I want to draw it on my face, blend it out, and call it a day. This is inconvenient. It is. At times, it's very, very inconvenient. Okay, and then last thing in terms of complexion, I have the One Size Until Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray. This is another product where honestly it's really good and your makeup will last with this. However, it is very uncomfortable to apply because it is the equivalent of applying hairspray to your face. I know so many of you guys are very sensitive to fragrance. This is fragrance. Oh my gosh, and it's hairspray fragrance. So, do not breathe in while applying this, and do not breathe in for a good 10 seconds after applying this while it's still floating around in the air, or it will taste terrible. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I will use this. If I need my makeup to slay and stay, this will set it because it's actual hairspray in a bottle. There are other long wear setting sprays that are not like applying hairspray. Excuse me. It also made me sneeze. But there are other long wear setting sprays that are not like this that will also slay and stay your makeup. So there are other options, but I have finished a whole one of these, so I'm gonna just leave it at the de-influencing side. It's like putting hairspray in your face, and it is uncomfortable to apply. This next product is for eyebrows. I went ahead and did my own eyebrows, not with this product because it is that bad. And I do want to be somewhat presentable with this as my makeup today, and it will not be presentable if I use the NYX Zero to Brow Longwear Gel. I'm just gonna insert this picture right here. That's what it did to me. So this is long wear because you won't be able to get it off. A few of you have told me you've liked it because it's lasted like 2 or 3 days, but I don't know how you got it to look good. I am not anywhere near talented enough to do that. So there's a spoolie on one side, and then this is what's inside. This is the product. So what I struggle with is getting any sort of precision to get this to look not globby and terrible in my eyebrows. You can't really shape your eyebrows either. It's just kind of smudgy looking in the brows. And like I said, this is gonna last. Like, this will stay in your brows, but it's not a look that I want to be in my brows. So if they could like maybe make the liquid in a pen form, I just flew across the room. Maybe liquid in a pen form. I don't know. Like, they're onto something with this being so long wearing, but this is like prototype. Next up, lips. I have 2 products. So the first one is another one where I am backtracking my initial review on. These are the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm, and these These are lovely. They are lovely, but they are also extremely overpriced. So this was my first dip into this kind of balm gloss product in a squeezy tube at least. And when I put it on, I was like, okay, I kind of get it, right? Leaves a glossy, pretty look to the lip while simultaneously hydrating the lips. I am here to tell you though, it's overpriced for what it is. Since I've purchased this, I've tried a couple other ones, and this is as nice as it is. There are other ones that are very competitive. The Rhode one that I tried, I like a lot more than this one, and it does kind of the same thing to the lips. And this one is by far the most expensive one on the market. So it's a very beautiful product. However, I will not, when I run out, will not be purchasing another one because it's not worth the money. So that's my thing. Like, I will finish it. I like it enough to finish it. It's a beautiful product. But once I am done, I will not be going to this option. It's just overrated, honestly. I feel like it doesn't last as long as some of the others that I've tried, and it's not as glossy as some of the others that I've tried. Beautiful product nonetheless, but not the best, especially for the price point. And then last but not least, this one's gonna shock y'all, but I did want to get a new super viral product in, and I'm not moved. I like it, but I'm not moved by the e.l.f. Glow Revival Lip Oil. I think this is overhyped AF. So many people are saying this is the exact same as the Dior. I highly disagree with that. It's still a very nice lip oil, especially for the more affordable price point. But to me, it's not as thick as the Dior lip oil, which might sound appealing to you, but that thickness in the Dior I feel like really smooths over the lines of the lips. This one doesn't smooth over the lines of the lips as much. It doesn't last as long either because it's a little bit more slippery and thin, and it's also not as glassy looking on the lips as the Dior. So this, in my opinion, like, it is a dupe for the Dior. It's a great alternative, but the performance, in my opinion, doesn't match up still. I have a couple lip oils that honestly I do spend a pretty penny on, but they are really beautiful. This one, it's like, I like it. I would pick it up at the drugstore, I suppose, but it's not the best of the best. It's definitely overhyped. I struggle with putting this one in a Deinfluencing video because I do think it's good for the price, but it is overhyped, so we're just gonna keep it here. If you have the Dior, you don't need to run out and pick up the e.l.f. because it's not really a replacement for it. But if you are looking for, I'm doing a bad job of de-influencing you because it's not a bad product, but like, it's overhyped. Okay, anyways, we're gonna end it there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful, and hopefully I de-influenced you. If you were thinking about some of these things, did I de-influence you from purchasing them? Let me know if I was successful. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, found it helpful, found it entertaining at the very least. I will have everything linked down below, not because I want you to buy them, but because I make those links for my husband anyways. But I will also have everything else that I'm wearing that kind of counterbalance the products that I didn't like as much to make my makeup overall something that I'm going to be wearing for the rest of the day. So if you guys enjoyed this video, bye guys, I'll see you in the next one.